My name is Lexy Canon-Kruis, and I'm the Lighting and Projection Supervisor here at Kansas City Repertory Theater. The thing I liked the most about working with lighting was probably just the creativity, but also how it's difficult to grasp until you see it in real life. I mean, the easy answer is that lights are pretty. I ended up going to college for theater in general, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I started doing some acting, and at the same time, I started off doing what are called like skills classes, where you just sort of learn a bunch of basic stuff for backstage work. And so the first week of my freshman year, I was actually focusing lights and hanging lights for the first time. After that, I sort of just kept going to lighting calls and wanting to learn about the light board. Programmy, tinkery, codey things, or like even just on like regular computer stuff has been something I've been interested for a long time. And so it really fit right into the sort of creativity, but also very detailed and like step-by-step stuff that I'm really interested in. Once the designers have already met and they start talking about like technical elements of like, I want to have like a water effect on stage, or I want to have this glowing TV effect. And meanwhile, they've already had multiple meetings, probably weeks and months in advance already for like conceptual stuff. And then they start distilling it down into like real reality stuff, like what's the set actually going to look like? What kind of things are we actually going to make it out of? And it's the same thing for lighting, where a designer will create a technical thing called a light plot and provide paperwork, and that just basically tells us what kind of lights they want where and how they want to control them. So me and my team will take that information and sort of go through it little by little to make sure we're all really clear on the same page. And then we quite literally hang the lights in the air. So we actually have to send someone up to a catwalk with a wrench so that they can like aim a light. And then that's when it sort of starts really coalescing into like a picture that you can see. So that's really exciting. Somewhere in between there, we start working with props or other people on installing different kinds of special effects into things. If we have to rent or buy something new, we'll pick those up and test them fully before we even install them to make sure that everything is ready to go. And then after that, we tech the show, which a lot of people are more familiar with, and then we go into previews and a show run. And honestly, we're not done there. We usually have to do maintenance throughout the show because it's really important that things stay consistent throughout the run. I really like being able to collaborate in a way where I'm working with other people that are really good at what they do and have a lot of experience, and they have their parts of a project and we have our parts of the project, and then coming together and working together to navigate the needs of a whole thing that we're working for feels really satisfying to me. Like, we're not working against each other, we're working with each other from different angles. I did really like working on The Old Man and the Old Moon last year. That was really fun. We had previous productions that you'd worked on had this sort of glass water effect in the well. And we ended up putting a similar effect with sort of remnants of different pieces from the show and putting it sort of up the back wall, and that hadn't existed before. And so that was kind of a fun thing where I also got to work with someone from props and scenery to sort of build the contraption that made that happen.